Post-show, lots of talking points from another fun day of competition here at Ballito, and I'm very happy to say two of the brightest minds in South African surfing here to join me, Paul Evans, to talk you through it. Greg Emsley, Emma Smith. It's been another fun day, you guys.
Super fun day. It's been exciting. I've loved these heats, and not just the good scores or the big scoring heats, but the tight heats like that last one. Just entertaining surfing and surfers swapping leads and lead changes. It's just been a very exciting day of surfing.
Yeah, Emma, I guess shifting conditions has been kind of a theme throughout all of our days of competition. It's sort of a given here, and you know that's coming, but it's all about responding and reacting to that, and that's what we've seen the best do again today. Adapt to the conditions and still find good scores and even entertain the crowd, have fun.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we saw Sally now. She just knows when to like scale up or scale down for heat. And I think, you know, the girls in the last few heats, they woke up to really good waves, been sitting on the beach, and then a change, and then there's rumors flying around it's going to be called off. No, it's not. Stay in the zone. So, yeah, it was really some good surfing.
Yeah, the tide's been, I guess, pretty significant as well, having a big effect on the waves we've had out here, but also just in terms of that swell and what's been doing. And he thought it picked up a bit overnight. We expect it to drop a touch before coming back tomorrow. Joe, that seems pretty much spot on from what we've seen throughout the day, Greg.
Spot on. That tide affects it, but what happens with the higher tide is it just goes a touch slower, but the set waves are still out there on that outer bank. You just have to have a bit of that patience, wait for those good ones. And even that last heat, we saw Bronte getting two great set waves, and Sally to make that comeback. She needed, with that higher tide, to get a set wave of her own. She did, got the 8.33. So they're out there. It's just about playing your strategies right.
Yeah, I guess when we get close to deciding quarterfinalists, you're on the cusp of a really huge result. For some surfers, it'll be like a career highlight result as well. But I guess the name of the game as well today has been staying in the present, not thinking too much about the tomorrow or even Monday, whatever finals day is, and just literally concentrating on your next two waves. And it's surfers that have been able to do that have really shone.
Yeah, I mean, Vaheen, she's literally on that like cusp line, and we asked her, and you know, she said she's not focusing on it, but it's in the back of her head. Sophia, she's just made her first quarterfinal. Isabella is riding a board she hasn't ridden for 2 years. So it's like different approaches, different focuses.
Yeah, all key ingredients to a successful campaign here. Another key ingredient, of course, is waves. Let's roll the Surfline Forecast and just see what we have in store. Of course, we've got 2 more days we can run competition here. And this is what's coming up. So the theme has been the build towards the end, but, you know, a couple of gaps in that building swell. But we're looking tomorrow, hopefully some clean conditions, a little bit of upholstery for Monday, Greg.
Yeah, there is that storm out there. We see that swell. Often as that swell sort of starts to pass, it does break up a little bit and possibly get a little bit more southerly. So what I'm hoping we see is a touch of broken up swell, a bit more south in it, some peaky conditions with some offshore winds, and hopefully we'll see some really fun beach break waves, lots of peaks up and down this beach.
So that's the forecast from Surfline, looking at pretty favourable conditions for tomorrow, Sunday and Monday as well. So we do have a couple of days to play with here, potentially with those big tidal swings. That could be pretty important as well, just given the chance to really choose the best possible conditions. So thinking about some of the action that we've seen today, one of our storylines, we talk about energy and some of the characters on tour. And Nolan Rapoza, he's a bit of a firecracker. Emrod, Michael Rodriguez, more like a sort of smouldering munition ready to go off. So you put those two together, you're going to get an entertaining heat, and that's exactly what we saw when they met up in Heat 5.
Oh, that heat was on fire, and for me, for Nolan to get through that, he had to do the best single maneuver of competition, and we saw that. But just like you say, absolute character, and his surfing's just wild at the moment, and he's just calmed down his strategies and working good heat strategies along with fantastic surfing, and he's enjoying himself. And Emrod, I tell you, he's been one of the favorites as well in the competition so far. Just major turns off the top. This heat was definitely one of the standouts. And look how clean it was in the morning. But I think it was this single maneuver. Watch this huge section. And that is the best turn, in my opinion, we've seen all competition. It was an excellent score all day long.
Yeah, another 8 for him. That's a similar story for Nolan. He got that in the previous round as well. So in terms of his confidence, That will be sky high as he comes back for quarterfinals. We've got a quarterfinalist. She surfed well. We just saw some career highlights from her during the heat. She just surfed. She's got a ton of experience. She's going to come back and surf again here at Ballito. It's Sally Fitzgibbons. She's with Mike Frew. Let's go and chat with her.
Sally, that was a great heat win. Your second win over Bronte in the same round after exactly the same thing happened in Sydney. You came into this event ranked third in the Challenger Series. Tell us your thoughts. You're now into the quarterfinals.
Oh, it's so elating to get the win, but it's also like a tough one when it's against a really good mate. Bronte and I have shared many tour years together, and yeah, I knew whoever won the heat, you know, you cheering them on for the win, and just with the conditions, that's what you know, increases the pressure, because those opportunities is like a treasure hunt, and the energy on the beach, you know, like these guys have been bringing it all day, and in yourself too, you kind of have to slowly build that up because you've watched like, you know, over 12 heats, I think. So yeah, so having that energy there, I was so up for the challenge, and I think that's what tour does for you. It sets you up to really enjoy matchups, head-to-head ones that keep popping up, and I've had so many over the years with Steph, Carissa, Tyler, Tati, and you have to find a way to reset each time and know it's like an individual chance to give it your best. So hopefully Bronte and I can divide and conquer in the next one.
Well, we'll see in the quarterfinals. Great surfing in really grindy conditions out there, and we look forward to seeing you in the water again tomorrow.
Oh, I so appreciate it, and I think it'll be a great day surfing finals day, and just each opportunity I get to show up for that, yeah, it just makes my world. So let's go.
Back to you guys.
Yeah, thanks, Mike and Sal. Great energy there from Sal. Brilliant to see a big smile on her face. She's loving her surf, and we're enjoying watching it, of course. Sally Fitzgibbons, an iconic surfer. She's sort of part of the furniture, really, of elite pro surfing down the years. But we've got something of a rebellion, a youth rebellion at the gates as well, with surfers like Cero, Sophia Medina. They matched up today, and this was always one that was going to be an explosive one to watch. Let's have a look at it, remind ourselves exactly what went down. But it's a really interesting one to see this one. We talk about Sierra Kurt, a lot of hype behind her, obviously, as well. Plenty of that behind Sophia Medina. And ultimately, this kind of surfing was sharp, incisive, explosive, and very impressive indeed.
Tough heat on paper. Sierra looked good, but Sophia Medina just came with something, in my opinion, we haven't seen from her. Lightning fast surfing. And then it was this wave. She got the carving cutback and went down this double up and hit this massive oncoming section, disappeared in the white water and popped out. And I'm awarding her the most improved surfer of the year. It's just insane, the improvement that we've seen from Sophia. It's cool to see. I love seeing people improve their surfing and just taking it to another level.
Yeah, and another one there, which there's a lot of energy in terms of that explosion of that closeout section. We've seen it all event here, and I guess that energy adds jeopardy, adds that danger factor. And if you can like disappear, as Greg said, and then emerge, and even look quite surprised yourself, you're going to get a big reward from the panel, Emma.
Yeah, you're going to get a big reward. And Sophia said to me that at home, she's just been like practicing, blasting a closeout turn, closeout turn, closeout turn, closeout turn. So it's definitely paid off. And that's definitely what's been, you know, getting her through the heat. And especially like you say in Ballito, if you can blast a closeout turn, you're good.
Let's get into some of our top 5 moments from the day. The first one of those was all the way back this morning, first thing. And every time we do this, every day we say how different it looks first thing. It's going to look sort of unfamiliar right now. And just remind ourselves of this absolute hammer. And he just belted this end section. The tail drift here is so crisp, Greg.
Kajiro just absolutely on fire. Came with a new hairdo this morning, and it's worked for him. Looking so good. And that's just absolutely attacking a section, and a massive heat win this morning as well.
So he'll be absolutely delighted with that through the quarters. A huge result from him. Really, really impressive indeed. And we had Isabella Nichols in the booth, Emma, for the call. Some good insights from her. Of course, what she mainly does is perform out in the water, and she looked fresh out here.
Yeah, she looked so fresh. She really just showed that polished World Tour surfing. Yeah, the way she gained speed out of waves that didn't really have it, and just really focus on those power vertical turns. Paid off.
And this was Sally Fitzgibbons, and we just watched this and we were really impressed. This was an excellent number, Greg. The way she competed out here, she was sort of nowhere in this one. From a standing start about halfway through, got the job done and got it done in style.
Oh, just unbelievable. And she just found those waves at the end and really had to do some big surfing.
Bit of a shock here. The main man, number one on the challenges for the men, Samuel Pupo, eliminated. That's how tough competition is. His surfing looks great. He's confident, comfortable, but ultimately today couldn't quite do enough. So possibly a chance for someone to attack his position. Such a good surf. It's a shame to lose him out in the draw, but I guess it's just testament to how deep the talent pool is. And let's remind ourselves of Nolan Rapoza, who is absolutely flying here. So a bunch of eights coming in for him. And the left's a rare left for the Gouveia. Absolutely ripped this one apart for an excellent number.
Yep, he was just ripping, and he brings that point of difference. He just attacks the lip differently. And again, this is that maneuver, that single best maneuver, free falling out of that lip. Massive turn. And that was exciting surfing. It's been a big day of surfing, and turns like that, it's just been an amazing day, really.
So Nolan Rapoza looking really, really good out there. Can't wait to see him surf again. Wants to get in the conversation into that top 10, and he's jumped up a load of spots in the ratings as well. So looking at a big performance. You've changed your shirt there, Greg.
Okay, we're going 5+5 kickoff.
So it's a good day for sport in South Africa.
Absolutely.
Surf fans, they've had their fix here at Ballito. We've got the Springboks in action in the rugby later as well.
And you watching with me, I've got boerewors rolls ready, and you're going to have one.
You know what? So we have a look at our brackets and see exactly what's going on in terms of surfers that we've got remaining. Let's check out and who we've got coming up in quarterfinals, because we're set for the women. How do you like the look of these matchups here? What's leaping out at you, Emma? What of those heats do you like the look of?
I would say heat number 2. That one's jumping out at me.
Oh.
Ian and Hiruto. Yeah, but I mean, all of them are stacked. Every single one of them.
Greg? Pick a heat, mate.
Heat 2 is good. I'm going Heat 3. Look at that.
Rapoza and Bunch, really, really good. I'll tell you what, I think I really like the look of Kishiro Nishi, and I just think what a total contrast to style between Gouveia. I think that one's going to be a really interesting one as well. You think about surfers with a lot of hype behind them, with some of the big names. You know, this event, sometimes it's a good one just to kind of stream through. Maybe a bit of a dark horse, the first quarterfinal.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to seeing how that one goes down. Of course, quarterfinal number 4, Becrae and Vincent as well. Vincent has just been unbelievable in this, right? Keeps doing interviews, and he's just happy and relaxed. His surfing's brilliant. He got rid of his compatriot today in a tough and well-contested heat. It's going to be a great matchup too. So those are the remaining 8 surfers for the men. We're not quite there yet in terms of the women, with everyone determined, but we've got a couple more heats just to finish off this round. We had to call it essentially because of the waves, but I'm going to come back tomorrow, 7 o'clock call for a 7:30 start. But you know what? Let's check out the women's bracket. We still haven't decided all of our quarterfinals. We've got just a couple more heats to run from this round of 16. Here's the women's bracket. There we go. So Isabella Nichols taking on Vaheen Fierro. That's a great looking matchup in the very first one. Then a bit of a younger clash there. Sophia Medina, Ellie Harrison, Tessa Thiessen, who's looked really, really good, taking on Sal. We're as yet to establish our 4th quarter. But that classic blend that's been a theme throughout, the youth versus the experience.
It's good. We're going to see that again, and these matchups are massive. And you look at both brackets, and you think to yourself, the person that can get the best 6 waves in the next 2 days, whenever we finish a competition, can be the winner. That's all it's going to take, is 6 good to excellent waves. But Sophia Medina and Ellie Harrison, I'm looking forward to that one. It's just a little bit of just a good mix, and we've seen both of them have some strong heats.
Yeah, and of course, you can't really afford to take your eyes off Sally Fitzgibbons, particularly by virtue of the performance that we just saw, even the interview as well. She looked so relaxed and calm, and she loves spending time here in Ballito. She's got a really good crew that she's rolling with. She's enjoying the waves. Tessa Thiesen's got a hard heat in her hand there, but you know what? She's a big performer, and this is a crucial heat for her at this stage. All of these surfers, really, really important. Of course, we do have our leader, Isabella Nichols, from the Challenger Series, as she mentioned. Actually, we had her in here in the studio. She's really good value for breaking down the heats, but did say this time last year she left in number 1 and basically didn't make a heat, struggled to make a heat for the rest of the year. So important to get the points done here. Overall, we're expecting sort of similar sort of surf to wrap things up. We got tomorrow and the next day as well, so a couple of days to run. We're hoping for a bit of quality.
I think the mornings are going to be best with the lower tides. Nice, clean, fun conditions. And I think the afternoons are still going to be a struggle with that incoming tide. We're on really big tides at the moment. So if we can get through the mornings into early afternoon, I think that would be what I would be looking at for best conditions over the next 2 days.
All right, Emma, you pretty confident about the way things are shaping up for a strong finish here in Ballito?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling confident. Feeling good.
That makes me happy. So does Corona Zero. Time to say cheers. We'll come back tomorrow, 7 o'clock call, 7:30 start. We're going to send you out with some highlights from today. It's been another really fun day here at Ballito. We love being here. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. Come on, Islands, and also England in the football. Cheers.
Go the Boca!